Hey guys, so they finally decided to post the Legends Limited Nappa into Vegeta details here. So we have the full kit available. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what they do. Again, it looks like this is only going to be a one character banner, meaning there's not going to be a 1% sparking on here. It is what it is. This is, I guess, not entirely surprising because it is the final release before anniversary, so they're probably focusing a lot of their resources on the anniversary here. All right, so let's see what they do. So Legends Limited Nappa is here. When this character's health reaches 0, swap to Vegeta and revive, then continue the fight. All right, so Nappa, swap to Vegeta and revive when health reaches 0. High defensive abilities. Has a 65% reduction to damage. 65%, huh? So what I'm gonna do is I have all of his tags pulled up already. I'm gonna pull up Pycon. This is really the last main revival character we received. This guy has 50% reduced damage received. And then he gets extra reduced damage received if you have movies members on the team. Okay. So this guy having 65%, I guess, is kind of just straight up better than that. Also reduces all enemies' special move ultimates. Awaken Art's power upon entering the battlefield. Disrupt your opponent's combo when you change cover by destroying one of their cards, and reducing all enemies' Arts card draw speed by 1 level. And that's good. All enemies' card draw speed reduction. That's what we want to see. Charge the unique gauge whenever you use a strike or a blast arts. Activate powerful offensive abilities when you fill it up. Nullify enemy key reduction effects. Draw special move arts. Get a large boost to special move damage. Fill up the unique gauge so that Vegeta can spend it and go on a rampage. Alright, so Vegeta, get a boost to damage inflicted and reduce the enemy's damage reduction when you land, strike, and blast arts. If you can keep your combo going, you'll deal some impressive damage. Okay, I mean, that's easier said than done when every character has, like, counter gauges now. Nullifies enemy special cover changes with the special arts, plus spend 25% of the unique gauge to nullify Vegeta's unfavorable element factors. So he spends portions of the unique gauge. Interesting. Special move arts will nullify enemy endurance effects. Plus, by spending 25% of the unique gauge, you can even boost your special move damage inflicted. Use Nappa's high defenses to survive your opponent's attacks, all the while filling up your unique gauge. Spend that unique gauge with Vegeta and finish them off. All right. Purple is the color. Let's just take a quick look at the teams here. So Saiyans. Purple Saiyans. Yeah, I mean, again, purple was pretty neglected until we got Frieza. Like, who's the best purple Saiyan here? Is it actually just probably Goji? Is it him? I'm not a huge fan of Goku and Frieza. Kid Goku can be okay. Yeah, Saiyans, purple is not really the greatest here. We technically did not get a purple for the Saiyan Saga yet, which kind of makes sense. That's kind of the team they're focusing on here, so that I understand. Vegeta Clan, we have Bulla. I would actually say, funnily enough, about Vegeta Clan, this is probably one of the worst colors they could have gotten for Vegeta Clan, because Bulla is like probably the most solid release we've gotten for Vegeta Clan since last year. Honestly, since like, I don't know, it was a long time ago, Bulla is probably the most solid release for Vegeta Clan that we've received. So I'm not really sure how many times you want to run 2 purple units on this team. Yeah, purple was not a good color for Vegeta Clan, unfortunate. Frieza Force, also not a very good color for Frieza. I'm actually kind of curious as to if they did this specifically to make it not as enticing to run this character next to Golden Frieza. I wonder if that's what they did. But on the other hand, this will make it a lot easier to get 2 Zenkai buffs from the first form Frieza, because this first form Frieza's Zenkai ability is Frieza Force in purple. So he'll be able to Zenkai buff Nappa, Vegeta, and Golden Frieza here. Huh. Interesting. All right, we'll see how that works. And then Powerful Opponent, of course, same thing, it's just Frieza and Cell. So purple was not actually in that bad of a spot here. Also, we have Jiren, too, the Zenkai full power Jiren on here. So purple really was in a really good spot for Powerful Opponent already. The only team where this purple really makes a lot of sense is Saiyan Saga and Saiyans. Vegeta Clan, it's a really bad choice. And then Powerful Opponent kind of just didn't need another purple unit. I wouldn't really call this a great choice. I don't think purple was an amazing pick here, but the reason, probably the reason why they picked it is because we just haven't really gotten any purples. Like, the only one has been Frieza. Besides Frieza, we've gotten like no headlining purple characters. All right, Z ability, so at 14 stars, we get 38% to Saiyan Saga, or powerful opponent, blast, attack, and defense. So it sounds like they're going to be a ranged character. And then 18% to Vegeta Clan strike defense. Yeah, I don't know about that one. All right, he does have blast armor. While not an effect on strike attacks in general, Nappa has a strike arts card that recovers health. Okay. So, I mean, it's interesting because it looks like they are, based off of the Z ability, it at least looks like they are going to be a blast character. But then they also have blast armor on the strikes. The blast... Nappa has a blast card that destroys one of the enemy's cards. Sure. All right, so the blue card, seal the enemy's special move arts on hit. Dish out some serious damage while also limiting your opponent's attacks. Massive impact damage, 50% to special move damage inflicted for 3 counts upon activation. Seals enemy's special move arts on hit. And it looks like it is a ranged blue just because there's no blast armor. And I really, really doubt they would give us... I really doubt they would give us a new 2024 Legends Limited character that has a melee blue that has no blast armor. So I'm assuming this is a ranged blue, which is pretty good. So that's good. The green card, nullify the opponent's special cover changes and increase your own unique gauge charge rate by 100%. You'll even draw a card, so use this arts whenever you go on the attack. Draws 1 card, restores 1 health by 40%, or key by 40%. Yeah, health by 40%. Key by 40%. 20% damage inflicted, 100% to own unique gauge charge rate for 15 counts, cannot be canceled, and then cover null for 5 counts. We're not really going to know how good this is until we see what the unique gauge is doing, but it seems fine. Main ability, draws a green card and nullifies the enemy's card destruction effects. You won't have to fear losing your card, so use that new special arts to start a combo. This is, yeah, it's a random card. Okay. So this draws a green card, restores own health by 15% and key by 50, 20% damage for 20 counts, 50% to own unique gauge charge rate. Okay, so he's getting 50% unique gauge charge rate from this, and then he's getting 100% unique gauge charge rate from the green card that you force draw off of the main anyway. And then he nullifies card destruction effects for 15 counts, which is pretty good. Okay, I mean, again, this is highly going to depend on how good the unique gauge is, right? The fact that he's getting 2 separate activations of unique gauge charge rate up. Okay. All right, unique ability 1, get a 65% reduction in damage received at battle start and reduce all enemies' special move, ultimate, and awaken arts power when Nappa enters the battlefield. These abilities make Nappa tough to take down. When an enemy's attack is over, you'll destroy one of your own cards to draw special move arts. Okay, so that's... If it is... I mean, again, it looks like it is, but if it is a ranged blue card, that's really strong. Just 4 strong blue cards like that, just to snipe people out from long range is pretty good. So even if you can survive the onslaught, go for a counterattack. All enemy tagged Sun family characters will be inflicted with sub counts when Nappa enters the battlefield. Okay. Wow, they you know, I am happy about this because I hate Gohan, but they really they really are targeting Gohan here, huh? Nappa has the advantage against element green, so swap in against a green Sun family character for a quick KO. I wonder what green Sun family character they're specifically talking about. Or prevent your opponent from swapping to an element yellow that might give Nappa trouble, like the Goku, but nobody's using Goku, so it doesn't matter. Allowing you to survive their attack. This ability is great for both offense and defense. Okay. So, of course, we know he has a revive, swap into Vegeta when he dies. Falling effects occur to self when battle starts. 100% damage, 65% reduced damage received, 50% to key recovery. Hey, look. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Hey, guess what? Guess what Nappa has? Hey, hey, check this out. Hey, look. Hey, that's pretty good. Hey, guess what? This guy doesn't have it at all. This guy sucks. All right. Falling effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. 30 key, 80% damage. Okay, so he's up to 180 right away. Inflicts all enemies with 30% to special move, ultimate, and awaken arts power down for 15 counts. Inflicts all enemies Sun family with 3 subcounts. I mean, so this is good, obviously, against Ultra Gohan, but the problem here is I don't think Nappa has a way to nullify endurance, right? Because his blue card doesn't do it. I think the blue card only gains endurance nullification when he goes to Vegeta. So you'll probably actually, depending on how much burst potential Nappa has, he'll probably be able to just remove Gohan's first life, which is still valuable, but you're not going to be able to try to kill him, I don't think. Unless he can, like, rush and kill him. I don't know. We'll see. Applies the following effects to self after enemy attack is over. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a special move arts card next. Activates once. Okay, it only activates one time. 20% to damage for 15 counts. 15% to blast damage. Yeah, it really is looking like he is going to be a blast-oriented unit. Cancels attribute downgrades under conditions. Activates 3 This is actually pretty good, because if this guy gets, like, paralyzed by Super 17 or something, it will actually remove the paralysis. Unique ability number 2. Nappa has a special cover change against strike arts attacks. Destroys one of your opponent's cards and lowers all enemies' card draw speed by 1 level. When you cover change, this is great for disrupting their combos. This character has a unique gauge that charges whenever you use a strike or a blast arts. When you fill it up, recover key and nullify enemy key reduction effects. Plus, you'll get a buff to special move damage inflicted and even draw a special move arts, letting you deal some serious damage. Vegeta can spend the unique gauge to activate various effects, so use Nappa to fill it up in anticipation. That's not all, because if your opponent uses a special move arts, ultimate arts, awakened arts, or rising rush while Nappa is on the standby, this character's substitution count will be shortened. Okay, that's very important. That's good to know. It's like a patented revival character mechanic in this day and age. With high defenses and a revival effect, Nappa is an excellent choice for taking your opponent's strongest attacks. Okay, so cover change against strikes, and then he... Oh, he doesn't combo. Huh. He cannot combo off of the switch. Interesting. Following effects occur when changing cover. Restores own key by 20. I don't really know what... I don't really understand. Why is this here? If he... I would understand if it was... I would understand it was here if he could chain the cover change. But I don't really... The following effects occur when changing cover. Restores own key by 20. I don't really know how... This is not going to be that useful, I don't think. Randomly destroys one enemy card, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade -1 card draw speed for 5 times. Only 5. Huh. Okay. I mean, it's still good. Slightly charges on unique gauge every time this character uses a strike or a blast arts card while they're on the battlefield. Applies the following effects to self once unique gauge is full. It says slightly charges. Actually, what other character... Let me see. So... What other characters? This guy is a similar unique gauge. This guy has a similar unique gauge. Let me just see. What does it say for VB? I don't think VB is slightly. Charges. Rosé's is probably slightly. Slightly. If it's the same amount of cards needed to fill the unique gauge as Rosé, it could be a little bit rough, because Rosé's takes a while. Huh, okay. Yeah, Rosé's takes a while to fill up. Draws a blue card, gets 50 key, 40% to the next blue card damage for 40 counts, or just overall blue card damage for 20 counts, and then reduce enemy or nullifies enemies reduce key effects for 20 counts. Shortens unsub count by 3 when enemy activates a special arts, ultimate awakened, or rising rush. So it's the same as Pycon. Pycon also reduces his sub count by 3. Honestly, that's one of the things I kind of never really liked about Pycon, is why is it only 3? I would have at least liked if it was 5. I mean, it's not that big of a difference, but there are actually, because we know how good this is now because we have a reference with Pycon. So we know how good this mechanic is. And there have been multiple times, like 10 or more times, where I've just barely not been able to swap Pycon into a Rising Rush. Like he would have like 1 timer count left to be able to switch in, which means that if this had been 5 instead of 3, we would have been able to switch him in time. So this is good still that he at least reduces sub count when the enemy rushes, but this should have been 5, I think. I don't think, like, 3 is okay, but there's actually quite a big difference between 3 and 5 from my experience, because we already know how this works with Pycon. It's the same exact mechanic. All right, so Vegeta. Vegeta's strike arts have armor, so charge in without fear of enemy blast arts. They even have a key restoration effect and activation. So 5 key, blast armor. Okay. 5 key on blast. Sure. So Vegeta's is a melee. Unlike Nappa, Vegeta's special move will nullify enemy endurance effects, making it even easier to get the KO. Keep in mind that if the unique gauge has at least 25% charge, it can be consumed to power up these arts. Deals massive impact damage, 30% special move damage inflicted for 3 counts, nullifies enemies, restores health when it reaches 0 effects for 3 counts. Sure. Its unique gauge is at 25% or more. So it'll be interesting to see if there's a way to fill the unique gauge with Vegeta, or if it's like all from Nappa. I would imagine there probably is. Okay, so 25% of the unique gauge is consumed, and 20% damage, minus 30% to enemy sustained damage. This is going to hit very hard if you have this unique gauge, because he's going to do what, 50% to special move damage with both these together, and he's getting minus 30% enemy sustained damage code effects. Yeah, it seems pretty good. Nothing like groundbreaking, but it nullifying endurance is pretty good. We'll see if if Vegeta keeps the Sun Family lock-in thing. It could be interesting, but the only problem with that is specifically talking about Gohan. This is a melee blue now, so it's not really going to be very effective against them. Easy to use special arts that nullifies enemy special cover changes on activation. By consuming 20% of the unique gauge, you can even nullify unfavorable element factors, allowing you to ignore both special cover changes and element disadvantages. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't pronounce that. As you try to finish off enemy characters. So in the preview, this looked like an AoE green card based off of the animations. Randomly draws 1 new card. Health by 10%, ki by 50. 20% of damage inflicted. 5 counts of cover null. And then if unique gauge is 25% or more, consumes 25% of the unique gauge. Randomly draws 1 new card. So he's going to be drawing 2 cards. And then he goes type neutral for 5 counts. Yeah, I mean, this looks like, again, it's weird that they don't put on the website, like, they don't put the field image here to like show us what the actual card does, but it looked like this is an AoE green, so that's gonna be fun. All right, main ability draws a special move arts on activation, and just like Nappa, nullify enemy card destruction effects by consuming 20% of the unique gauge. Card draw speed while on level, boosting your draw speed while also nullifying card destruction effects is quite powerful, so use these effects to start a ferocious offense. Draws a blue card. Restores own health by 20% and ki by 50. 20% to the damage inflicted for 20 counts. And then, yeah, destroy card effects are nullified. And then a unique gauge is 25%. Consumes 25% of the unique gauge, 20% damage inflicted. And then card draw speed for 20 counts. These things should have been uncancelable. That's fine. Alright, so when Vegeta enters the battlefield, boost ki recovery and draw a card. If you have 3 or fewer, then every time this character is faced with an enemy, restores ki and increased damage inflicted based on the number of defeated enemy battle members. Compared to Nappa, Vegeta has a host of offensive abilities. Plus, when you receive an attack and your health goes below 50%, Vegeta will recover health and ally subcounts will be shortened. When an enemy attack is over, you'll draw a special art, so choose whether to counterattack with Vegeta or swap out to an ally as the situation demands. Okay, so he's... So, again, assuming that green card is an AoE green card, which it looks like it is, he's going to have ways to force draw greens. So that's fun. Following effects occur when this character enters the battle. By the way, because he's a revival character, we should probably just quickly note that he will have... These things will carry over to the post-revival state. So he's still going to maintain the damage inflicted, he's going to maintain the damage reduction, the ki recovery, the card draw speed, and the arts cost down. Plus, this should also carry over as well. This 80% damage should also carry over. So he's going to actually already have 180% damage inflicted, I think, when he revives. That's what it should be. Let me just see. Yeah, nothing over here is going to carry over, I don't think. All right. So when the character enters the battlefield or upon revival, draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards, activates 3 times. Charge his own unique age. Okay, so he's gonna charge the unique age up a little bit just when he enters. Okay. 50% to own key recovery. So he's gonna have 100% key recovery actually, because it's gonna add this to the one that the part that carried over. Reduce enemy key by 20. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade. Minus 30% health restoration. 10% to strike and blast arts power, and then 20% to special move ultimate and awaken power. And it's all enemies. That's good. I like how they're starting to do this, because when this was only affecting the current enemy, the enemy would just switch and it would do nothing. So that's good. Applies the following effects self according to the number of defeated enemy battle members every time when faced with an enemy. Restores key by 10. Restores key by 15 and 10% damage, and then restores key by 20 and 20% damage. Okay, so he's entering the battlefield. So he's not getting key here, right? He's just getting a card. So he's getting the key. He's only getting 10 key on swapping. Assuming the opponent has a full team alive. Applies the following effects self after enemy attack is over. Destroys one of your own card and draws a green card. Activates once, 20% damage, 15% blast damage. Cancels attribute downgrades and normal conditions. Following effects occur if own remaining health is 50% or below when hit by an enemy's arts attack while this character in the battlefield. Restores on health by 15% and then shortens allies sub count by 3. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not particularly wowed by any of this here. We'll see. Vegeta has a special cover change against strike arts. In addition to destroying an enemy card and reducing all enemy arts card draw speed levels by 1 like Nappa, Vegeta will even reduce the enemy's key recovery when you cover change. Your opponent will have an even harder time continuing their combo, so use this ability well and get your own offense started. When Vegeta lands a strike or blast arts, their costs will be reduced and you'll get a boost to damage inflicted. You'll even reduce the enemy's damage reduction effect, so if you want to heal or deal some big damage, try to get a combo going with strike and blast arts. Knocks enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed against their strike arts stack. So Vegeta can combo off of this, but Nappa cannot. The following effects occur when changing cover. Okay, no, I understand this for Vegeta, because he can combo into this. But like, why does Nappa do that? I don't know, whatever. Randomly destroys one enemy card, and then they get -1 card draw speed level and 50% to key recovery. Yeah, this is interesting, because remember, he's also reducing enemy key as well. Normally, this would mean nothing, almost. But if you combo key reduction with key recovery down, it kind of does matter. And then he's also reducing enemy card draw speed and destroying it. That's pretty good disrupt, actually. That's not bad. Applies the following effects self upon landing a strike or a blast arts hit. 10% damage inflicted for 10 counts. Okay, so that's just going to stack. -2 to strike and blast arts cost for 5 timer counts. Applies attribute upgrade, -5% to enemy sustained damage cut effects for 10 timer counts. Yeah, I mean, so this is... It's kind of similar to Gogeta. Kind of. Just pull him up again. There it is, Python. There it is. Kind of similar to Gogeta. I think Vegeta is actually a little bit better because Gogeta doesn't stack penetration. It's this. He's stacking only blast damage, or I guess it's this, right? Depending on what card he's using, he's doing Striker Blast plus Special Move, and then he's doing the cost stacking as well. I think I'd take this. Oh, actually, over Gogeta's, because this is strong. Sustained damage cut effects stacking like this. I mean, it's only 5% per time, but it could add up. Slightly charged on unique gauge every time this character just... Okay, so he's going to keep this, actually, which is good. I was kind of worried Vegeta wouldn't be able to have a chance to even build his unique gauge at all, but that's good to know. And then he has the same thing as Nappa. I'm not really too sure why. Okay, so what I would have done here is I would have just deleted this. Just delete this on Vegeta and give Nappa 5 here instead of 3. Makes him a lot better. It's a tough character to really judge like immediately on paper like this. So the last two big revival characters we got, right, if I'm remembering correctly, Pikkon and Orange Piccolo. Pikkon and nothing since him. Yeah, so it's been Pikkon and then Orange Piccolo before him. Both of them have supported. This guy does not support, which is the big thing that I'm seeing here. Doesn't support. And I'm just trying to see, does Vegeta gets Covernal somewhere, right? There's no way he doesn't. It's on green card. It's only for 5 counts. I will say I think Covernal is actually becoming a little less important just because like every character has a counter gauge, so it's not as needed to have Covernal anymore, but still really nice to have it. And that seems like it's the only place he gets it. I think people are going to look at this and they're going to underestimate his damage. I don't think this guy's going to be doing insane damage, though. We'll see. Obviously, having a revive is very important. I think it's going to allow them to age pretty well. This character is not, like, jumping out of the screen and attacking me like it was for, like, Golden Frieza or Gohan or something like that. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not, like, mega impressed, but as you guys know, revival is a very valuable mechanic, so we'll see. So let me know what you guys think. I don't think there's any reason to summon on this, by the way, at all for anybody. So let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.